I've got some good news for you.
What? What do you have in the box?
A whole new frame head for you.
Ooh, you mean we can get started?
Yeah, we can take the beam off, we can assess everything, and now you have the correct dimensions, and all this is put together, so I think, I've never done this before, but I'm pretty sure we can just cut the old one off and then slide this piece in, so.
Yeah, it looks like that. That's perfect. And then these, I can mold their frame rails right into these. This is gonna be perfect.
This is definitely a good.
This is gonna be awesome.
This is a good investment for sure.
You think?
I think. I have one more box.
What?
One of many to come from Envy. Let's start with the fun stuff. That's for you.
Wow, I got a t-shirt.
Here, and then we got some swag among some parts.
Oh, that's got to be an extra large. That's me.
No, there's one in here that's for you though.
Sweet.
I got one of them. What's this? I don't remember part numbers.
Because somebody stole my Jags sweatshirt.
I did commandeer that, I'm sorry. Oh, steering dampener. Nice. Need that hardware. Let's see what else we got in here. Ball joints. More ball joints. Let's see. Camber adjusters for the ball joints. Washers. And I got a couple more swiggity swag for you. Wait, here you go.
Is that my size?
Yes, it is.
Is that my size?
It's an XL. Woo.
Ooh, ooh. I'm putting that on right now.
Yeah. Oh, cute. Cute.
Oh, that is cute.
Cute.
That's my size too.
This is one you need to put on the small. I think this one's for you, dude.
The small.
Yeah. I know you're a size small.
Sweet.
Small up top. You know, you like to let the gut hang out, right? That's pretty cool.
That muscle shirt right there. That'll look good on me.
Yeah, it will. It's long enough. I think it might go over your gut a little bit.
It'll look good on me once. And then when I wash it,
It'll shrink.
oh yeah.
Today's first order of business is to get this body on this body cart. We have to use a lift for a few other things, but we also need to get on the body cart so we can really start body working it. We do have a few things we still have to take off, but for now, that's what we have to do. So with that being said, now that we have the frame head, my dad can really start kind of envisioning how he's going to do everything. So there's a point of contact right here, and then obviously go to the rear. We have another point of contact right here that we will use to have the body rest on the body cart. That way he has all of this area wide open so he can really start mocking up the frame rails he's gonna make. I gotta cut this crappy sheet metal out and really get rocking and rolling on this thing because I have pretty much everything on order we need to make that chassis solid rolling chassis minus the motor and transaxle, which is really exciting because the goal is to get that done as soon as he's done with the floor pans and have that pretty much just rolling and ready for the body to go on once we get this body finished, which we have so much to do. So I gotta stop yapping. Let's get wrenching. Ooh, what'd you find?
Well, I think what I'll do is we'll 4x4. I got one of these. I think I got another one of these. And we'll lag bolt the 4x4 to this, and then we'll lag bolt the brackets on the body to the 4x4, and that way we can move it around, do whatever we want. And that'll give me the height that I need, so I'm not having to break my back to get underneath this thing to do all my measurements and make our frame rails like we need to.
Cool.
So, it'll be cool.
I like it.
You may have seen in our previous video that my dad has a pretty solid plan laid out for the 356 chassis. It's going to be a bit more simple, but a much more solid approach to this build. I have been dying for an excuse to make custom floor pans for something since we did our 63 Nova a few years back. So needless to say, I'm pretty darn excited to get the fab work started on this one.
you tighten these up?
Huh? Tighten any of them up? No. I loosened up.
I can go ahead and put this in.
Okay. Send it. You want me to tighten this one up? Good answer. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm not sure how to get over here. I'm gonna hold down on that.
Wouldn't be necessary. Should work very, very well, just like this. I love carts. You know what I love the best about this cart?
What?
Is it was free.
Where'd it come from?
Our good buddy Bill said he didn't need it anymore. He said, you guys need to come over and get this body cart. I said, well, sure. Don't mind if I do.
Hey.
Oh.
Chrome socket on impact. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that, and then we're gonna put this on here. We'll just kind of eyeball this and center it.
I don't know if
'Cause we
this.
can move
These
this
will probably
around.
fit through, right?
However we want. You said these will angle, right?
Yeah, they're loose enough to where you can move it, but not loose enough where they'll flap around.
Freaking perfect. Little mess in your bay here.
No big deal. You want an extension?
I had like a gear wrench extension. Gear wrench extension. A gear wrench extension.
I've definitely got an extension for you. Extension of my fist.
Hey, 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 hey. Another thing we're not supposed to use with the impact. Ooh, it's even got a
Wobbly.
wobbly. Ooh.
Throws the socket off.
That's not coming out.
One piece at a time.
Oh, stripped it. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so we'll mount this on the body, but we'll loosen these, right?
They are loose. Like, you can move
Enough
it.
to where we can. Cool. Okay, so now with this, we can just lay the board across the back.
Yeah.
And then adjust that as we need, because we need to pull this out anyway. So let's get this on first,
Okay. and
then
Is there any way to make this make more sense where we like weld nuts inside of it instead of have it where I'm pretty sure it's nutted. I can't see it.
yeah,
It's like full of rust up in there.
that's why we just need to cut these off.
Okay.
Because what I would like to do is get rid of all this and make this a fresh, make this all fresh. Get rid of all this pan that's on there. Mm-hmm. And then I'd like to drill holes and actually weld nuts in there. Unless you can find us some big rib nuts that we could use.
We can find big rib
But I
nuts.
don't know if I want a rib nut either. I almost want it to be a permanent thing. You know, like I want there to be a,
What's not permanent about a rib nut is my question.
well, they work loose. I don't think we want to put the body on with a rib nut.
Do they make a threaded like tube? You know, like the inverse of all thread?
Yeah, but we can do it with a nut. Like I'm saying, we could weld nuts in here and grind them flat, and then you have a
I think that's
threaded
probably
hole.
the best course of action then.
Yeah, we'll do a grade 8 nut in here. Say 3/8, a 3/8 nut at least, and weld it in.
So are you gonna drill a hole big enough for the nut to sit in, and then keep a magnet where it's flush, and then tack it, and then take the magnet off? And
we probably won't do the magnet. I'll just hold it in with a bolt and tack it on both
so it's
sides,
flush.
and then so it's flush.
Gotcha.
And then that's how I've done it before.
Gross.
You like a chisel on the hammer. It's my favorite hammer.
Please tell me. Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Give me a chisel.
What have I gotten myself into? I wonder if that column will come out. Huh. Oh, it totally will. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Oh man. Oh.
Glue is something else.
Pretty nasty, huh?
Yeah. That is just brutal.
At least it's not hard as a rock.
What I'm wondering is,
What's holding that sheet metal in?
yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's freaking welded.
Oh, okay.
So it had its own pan at some point.
Or do you think it's just an extension of? I think it's a terrible extension is what I think it is.
I think it's extended like that so that it bolts onto a Volkswagen pan.
Yeah, because the Volkswagen pan's too
To make it
narrow
easy.
for this.
Right, to make it easy. We're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna make these frame rails fit the Volkswagen pan. It's gonna be way better the way we do it.
So people have stated that we probably should do a whole new pan. What's your response to that?
We are doing a whole new pan. We're gonna make our own.
No. I mean, I think people are saying we should get a whole new chassis.
I don't see anything wrong with the running gear and the chassis of all that. It's just, it was the floor pans, the sides. And you can replace the sides, and people do them in their Volkswagens all the time. So, yeah, we don't need a whole new chassis. We don't need to go through the shrinking of a new chassis and the inners and doing all that. It's, it's unnecessary. When we can actually make our own chassis, make it stronger, make the pans the way we want them. This is going to be Caroline's custom 356 kit car.
All with K's.
I like that.
Something a bit tricky about restoring a car in a very short amount of time, especially a custom one, is that you feel like you're always coming up with cool ideas, yet you really don't have much time to stew on those ideas and you just have to go ahead and make the executive decision. To better explain what I'm talking about, we originally wanted to try to salvage the gel coat on the body, and it's really in surprisingly great shape, but after really thinking about what we're going to do and how far we're going to take this build, we just can't justify just polishing it and sending it. Yes, we could go ahead and repair the gel coat, But we decided, with all that being said, we just wanted to bodywork and paint it anyways. We have a few renderings in mind, and I'm thinking if we're going this far, why not really have a little bit of fun with the paint too? So which one do you like the most?
Hard German steel. Hottest ticket in America.
What? Your mom's house?
Whoa. Whoa. Just to let you know, my mom watches these.
Well, yeah. She knows I'm just talking smack to talk smack.
Hey, when you're not doing anything, you go ahead and start scraping all this crap, because it's all got to come off for us to do the welding. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's got the packing in there.
Oh,
Look at that.
lovely.
Look at that. What kind of spiders I'm getting into here? Yeah, there's like goop holding those bolts in there too. I think they filled everything and
Just sent bolts through?
yeah, when they were assembling this.
Great.
Yeah, super fun. We want to wire wheel all this.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna be underneath this like it's like the worst job ever,
It's
but
gonna be nasty.
yeah. And we're gonna get in all these little holes. Look at this. I mean, that has to be a rat's nest. Oh, that might be a rat's carcass. What is that?
Based off of
All the hair.
all the hair
And
and
there's another pocket in here.
how much that's degraded, it very well could possibly be the great uncle rat.
Let me see.
Get sick like Power Tour all over again. You can't get sick on me now, old man. Yeah. A lot to do and not a lot of time to do it.
Did you tell the people why we need this on the body cart?
Yeah, because we need to use a lift.
Right, we need the lift and we need the room because we need to park the charger in here while I pull the VW chassis over there and start slicing and dicing it.
Our interior space is a little limited.
Yeah, so we're doing the car switcheroo. So we need to park the charger in here while we're doing that because it's going to rain the next few days. Either way, we can put, we can't put the Chevelle outside because that's got to open the engine bay. I don't want to do that.
No. And then we'll move the chassis
Do you
in.
think you could get here before 5 o'clock tomorrow? I mean,
You know,
yeah, I'd like to get done. It'll go in about 9-ish, 10
yeah,
o'clock.
if you get out of bed.
Would you get here at 10 like I did tomorrow, please?
So next time all the hard drives and editing needs to be done, I'll just hand it over to you.
It's not possible. That's your job. You know you gotta do
Well,
it.
then don't be. You should be happy I showed up today at all.
It's like we start at the crack of 5 with a margarita,
Yeah.
which is exactly what we did.
We
started at the crack of 5 and went and had margaritas.
I show up and you're like,
Let's go. It's
we're
time to
going
go to dinner.
And I'm like, what? And I bring him dinner. I brought you coffee, daughter of the year kind of stuff. And then he's like, we're going to dinner. The wife's hungry and I only eat twice a day. I'm like, I only eat twice a day. Big old rat.
right, bring this thing down. We didn't push that back, did we?
No.
Would it move or did it not want to?
Yes.
I don't want these sticking out the fenders. And I don't have another 4x4 for some reason. Man, you're gonna have to spend a day just cleaning this thing.
I know.
Day. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect size. Here's the other one. I'm gonna put that one on. That's absolutely gorgeous. All right, cool. Drop her down. And these are adjustable too, so
Yeah,
we can adjust the heights of them if we need.
We'll be here for like 20 minutes.
It's all right. Got nothing but time. You get all the hardware right here.
Oh, Alex left it in there? Explains why I don't have it.
We don't have nuts. Loosen these and level it. You
Okay,
take that big
ready?
wrench. Go ahead. Yep.
Ready?
Yep. A little more. A little more. Good.
That looks pretty good. Yeah, they're solid as rock.
Hang on.
Do you want that to be as inboard, or do you want it lined up with the...
Oh no, what do you mean?
Do you
This
want-
doesn't have to be lined up
Okay,
at
I
all.
didn't think so, but I want to ask before you tighten it up.
No, it doesn't have to be lined up at all.
Nice.
Okay, do the other side.
Best free body cart ever.
You know it. Use my own impact right there, built-in impact. All right. Watch yourself. Is that hairy?
I'll
Scary?
be slightly scary.
That ain't coming close.
You want me to try to yank on it?
If you can push while I pull, we'll do it together. Ready?
1, 2.
Watch your fingers.
Nope.
No way.
Imp.
Holy smokes.
Love that old man.
It was. Whoa.
It's almost like it was supposed to be like that.
Yeah. You good?
How you feel about that? Good? Probably should just use an impact from the start.
You think? You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, by George, I think we have it on a body cart.
Now we can move it around, and it's tall enough to work on with ease.
Well, we probably should secure it.
Well, we can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna secure the board. The weight of the body is gonna hold it down, so it'll be fine. But it's pretty neat. We're supported on the body cart. I like it. Go ahead and get your blocks of wood out of the way. Let's start cleaning up. We can push this, and we want to get this to where we push it back, so we can use the lift. So however you want to do.
I was just gonna move those into the powder coating room for now. Those gotta get taken apart.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like that I can stick one of those roller seats in here too, so I can get up underneath the dash, because what I want to do is try to fix the gauges that I have, but I'm going to make an exact template of what they look like in the dash so that I can hand wire them all out of the car, so when I put them in the car, I don't have to do anything except just plug and play.
Perfect.
But before we do anything else, I do want to finish taking everything apart. So I can take that steering column out, because if you wiggle that steering wheel, it's loose as a goose. Yeah. And I also want to take all the dash pieces off, because I want to save these, and I want to save that as a template, and I want to take the windshield out, because there's a few people who have reached out to me who are building like not so pretty ones.
Chunky one.
Yeah, and if I can salvage parts for somebody else, I'd be happy to do it, because this whole piece, this whole thing, trim, seals, rod, everything, you can buy completely and like already all put together. All you do is just slide it in.
Perfect.
So I want to take everything out of it that's needing to be salvaged, and then we can go to town with cutting and sparks, because I want to keep those gauges as nice as I can.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. I can go wherever you want. Tell me how to go. You want it straight over here like that? Or do you want it at an angle? Oh, okay. Good. All right, that's enough for tonight.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll start early in the morning and get a fresh start. Make a list of what you need to do, or what you want to get
It's
done
like
tomorrow.
a notepad size list, but
A notepad size?
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Meet James Jetson. That's what I felt like when I was driving the Tesla the other day.
How dare you?
Freaking electric car.
I think that's enough for tonight, Pops.
Yeah, let's go. What are you doing? What are we doing?
We are moving this so that we can have a body cart.
Oh. Right. And when did you put this on here?
A year or two ago now?
And what's this engine going in?
This is a 5.3. Let's go on the Javelin.
Now that we have the chassis safely posted up on our body cart, it's time to do the exact same thing with the chassis. We have to remove the rusted out frame head, rear suspension, basically the whole 9 yards. This cart will really help us keep it level at all times, but also mobile. We'll be working on the body simultaneously, so mobility is definitely a high priority for us.
Wow.
Lunch! Still kind of wondering how I'm going to do this. This is one of those jobs that, you know, I just don't want to start. It's like the hardest thing to get started on, cleaning and rust removal and all that crap. But once you get started, it goes by pretty quick. So I don't know why we're not just jumping on it.
Well, what's really cool is when you see the new beam, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so glad we got a new beam. Because obviously this whole center section is going to be replaced. So this ugly is going to be gone. All of it. All this ugliness. Bye-bye. Okay? All of this is going to be replaced. The only thing that I may refurbish is the steering box. Everything else is going to go. So it's going to be nice and clean and shiny, all set up. The worst of it's just getting all of this clean, which I don't think is going to be very much because there's not very much left here. So it's really just cutting and grinding away.
But before we make a huge mess cutting and grinding away, this beam has got to go. I've tossed around with the idea a bit, but it's now official. We'll be dropping the 356 2 inches closer to the ground. I think it'll give it an incredible stance, but not affect the drivability. To do so, we have to change literally everything. Brakes, spindles, shocks, tie rods, and most importantly, beam. We'll be installing an MP 2-inch narrowed beam once this chassis is ready for assembly. It's going to be pretty epic. Now, there's nothing wrong with this beam per se, it's just tired, so maybe I'll pass it along to some kid just slamming another Volkswagen back together.
That's a good start. I'm not sure why that winded me so much. What did? Probably because I'm wearing this super cool empty sweatshirt I really don't want to take off. Yeah, that was almost too easy. Now that this is off, we can get that thing ready for the body cart that my dad pulled out earlier, and he can cut this bulkhead off, and we can really start moving on this frame because we're running out of time, even though we have 4 months, 3 months. It's just really cool. I love building Volkswagens, as you guys know, and I love building cars in general with my dad, and I don't know, this is just extra special. Being for my wedding and being a dream car and just being a really good time in my life, it feels good. What more could I ask for? I have amazing family, I have amazing friends, we have amazing subscribers. It doesn't get any better than this with cool cars to boot. Just remember, if you put your mind to it, you work hard, and get wrenching, this could be your reality. I solely believe it. I promise you, we are no experts. We've just learned by doing, and if we can do it, you can do it too. Your timing could not be any better.
Holy smokes.
But yeah, beans done-ish.
Hey-yo-way. Okay. That was really...
You want to help me with that?
Do what?
Did you want to help me with that?
No, I didn't want to help you. I was so... no, it all needed to be done.
You want to put it
If
on
you can move...
either side of the tunnel?
So right here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a little more level. I think what happens here is we're going to go over the top with this and see how this has this indentation here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt anything, but we do have some rot down here that's gonna have to be replaced before we do this. And there's a hole. What is this? This is a bolt, or is that just a pin that holds everything in place and it bolts here?
That's the bolt that broke off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have to, because that's a threaded hole, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna have to actually make a template here and create this exact with threaded holes. Yeah, we have some work to do here.
So where are we at with this?
Well, I hacked this off not knowing that there's like a brace in here from the other one and this one. And on this side I cut right through the brace, so there is actually some reinforcement that goes inside here. So I'm trying to figure out how we can actually brace this and still get some strength there, because we don't really need the strength down here because the pans and the frame rails are going to be supporting that. We do need to support this better. We're going to take some steel, weld it onto the inside of this tube up top here, maybe 4 to 5 inches here, and then obviously 4 to 5 inches past this point, at least to this seam of a piece of beam or something that to go on top here, and that'll make everything stiff, because you can see this layer right here, right?
Yeah.
That gives it a lot more strength. And that's something this is my first time, so I've never done this. Nobody told me not to do that.
I have never cut into one of these and done a frame head replacement, so that's new to me as well.
We have a ton of metal work to do on the outside here too.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. All this is going to come off. It's all nasty, so we can get inside there. We can flip this up on its side and really work on this before we put this on. Get a piece to sit in here, plug weld it really good and strong, and then we'll plug weld the top up here, and then we'll just weld the rest of it in place, and it'll be rocking and rolling.
We have a lot of cleanup work to do before we can even install that, though.
Yeah, we need to clean up, and then it's going to be a massive cleanup every day, I think, until we get all the crud off of this. And then once we get all the crud off, it'll just be putting it all back together. But I think that'll be for the next video.
That'll have to be for the next video.